Hey, it's Mike Garafolo from NFL Network in the good old US of A. You're listening to my guys in the UK, the Third and Short podcast with Raiders fan Matt Davenport, his buddy Tom Higgins, and the producer Jamie Crawford. So keep it locked in for some American football knowledge coming at you right now.
Hello and welcome to episode 10, Double Figures. Again, 2 episodes this week, and we are bringing out the big guns in terms of special guests for episode 0.5 this week, which we will come on to a little bit later on. As usual, we have co-host Tom and the producer Jamie. And usual format, really, we're going to follow, talk about last week's games for the three of us, and then we'll go through some select results from the weekend, and then we'll talk about next week's fixtures. And that's pretty much it. I think we're going to try and get a special guest at the very end of this episode to talk through our giveaway, but I'll not go into that too much. And then I think we'll just go straight in. It's not an episode I've been looking forward to since the weekend, so I'm going to hand it over to. I'm going to go with Jamie first, and then we'll go to Tom. We'll come to me last because I'll probably just lose my rag.
It wasn't a good weekend, was it? I mean, to be completely honest, I mean, I thought with the Chiefs, they are the best team in the NFL. They're the champions, aren't they? So we only lost by 3 points. If I would have taken that at the start of the game, and we were 17-0 down in the first quarter, that first quarter didn't happen. If that first quarter didn't happen, we won that game. We won every other quarter. So, yeah. It was
Sammy Watkins for like over 200 in one quarter. No, sorry, Tyreek Hill won it.
Tyreek Hill did a backflip into the end zone.
Yeah.
Dick. But yeah, that first quarter was unreal. Like I said, he got over 200 yards, backflipped into the end zone. I mean, you saw him as well, didn't you, in the third quarter? Help on the way! Help on the way, guys! Don't worry, help's on the way!
Oh,
yeah, he was Shannon Sharp, didn't he?
I read that,
yeah. Yeah, so he was channeling his inner Shannon Sharp.
Just can't wait till we get there in the Super Bowl and we smash him.
If you get to the Super Bowl, it's going to be another Super Bowl that I'm not going to enjoy at all.
Yeah.
But it was, like I said, as soon as Brady started playing his own plays in the third, fourth quarter, didn't listen to Bruce Arians anymore, just started going to his trusty Gronk and playing his old Patriot ways, we were fine. It's just Bruce Arians liked his long throws. And again, Brady didn't have the arm to do the Jameis Winston throwaway. So, I mean...
Giveaway.
Receptions. The worst part is as well, we picked Mahomes for 2 as well. But then
yeah.
Back for flags both times.
Yeah.
So, robbed, I would say.
Robbed.
So, if that first quarter didn't happen, from the second quarter onwards, we won. Like, get those points up, we won. We lost technically the third quarter, 7-3. Then the fourth quarter, we got 2 touchdowns. And if you take the 17 points away from the first quarter, then we won 24-10. We won 24-10, so I'll take it. We won.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Exactly.
If you take away the fourth quarter for the Raiders against the Bucks, against the Patriots, against the Chiefs second time round,
you're already in the playoffs.
If you take away the fourth quarter against the Falcons, we still got dicked.
But, no, I think Rob Gronkowski got his first over 100-yard game, so very happy about that. I think the only thing that most people are annoyed with at the moment is Scotty Miller's falling down the pecking order now. He's not getting the plays like he used to in the first opening 8 games, all because of AB. It was bound to happen, but Mike Evans still getting him, Chris Godwin's still getting him, but Antonio Brown's stopped Tyler Johnson and Scotty Miller getting in there now and he hasn't had those explosive plays yet, Antonio Brown. He's just getting used to the offense, but hopefully come playoff time, if we get there, hopefully he's ready. We've got a bye week next week, so hopefully get a bit more training in there, and then comes all guns blazing against the Vikings. So
Is that who you've got on the return, yeah?
We've got Vikings, Falcons, Lions, Falcons. If we don't make the playoffs now. But
yeah, agreed.
Yeah, we're 7-5. So hopefully on that 7-5. Is that right? It sounds wrong now. Yeah, 7-5. Yeah,
you've got your bye week coming up, haven't you?
Yeah. So we got the bye week. You got Vikings, Falcons, Lions, Falcons. We should at least win 2 of them, minimum.
Yeah.
If we lose all 4 and we finish on a 7-9 season, it's bloody ridiculous. But yeah, if obviously we do lose all those games, I think Bruce is done. But I mean, he just doesn't connect.
You can't
with,
see it
with
happening,
Tom
can
Brady.
you?
No, but it's just the connection
that.
with Tom Brady is just not there at the moment. And again, they can always say no preseason, but Steelers didn't have a preseason and they're 10-0. So,
Yeah.
well, speaking of that, they play tonight, don't they? Steelers.
It's been moved now, hasn't it, till tomorrow?
It's been moved again.
Yeah.
It's outrageous.
Ravens are just picking and choosing when they want to play.
It's
Really,
outrageous that the Ravens are getting that. The Raiders had a full offensive line on COVID and again got moved forward.
Yeah.
Well, it's the whole thing as well with the
listening.
Broncos didn't have a quarterback and they start to play. However, I think what the Broncos did was it was their fault. That's why they didn't move it.
Yeah.
So which is
which I agree
fine.
with.
Yeah, like it's your fault.
Yeah.
This is why you should follow procedure. But to not play with a quarterback, I'm sure we'll probably talk about it in the games to mention. But for the Buccaneers, I can't complain. 3 points off, coming down from 17-0 against the best team in the NFL. They've only lost 1 game, and that was to the Raiders. And I mean, Mahomes nearly hit 500 yards, but most of that was in the first quarter. So from the first quarter, if we played like that every time, I reckon we could take him next time.
You just got to start quicker, aren't you? Like you've been saying, first half, you're just not a team, are you?
No, we usually come out of it second half, and we usually get a pick in the first play or 2. We did, but got pulled back. They just, because all of a sudden they're just like, oh yeah, we'll just start a little bit slow. We'll be fine. We'll just build up the energy. Second quarter comes, we start getting like a field goal or maybe a touchdown, and then second half comes out. We come out all guns blazing, and we do it, and we did it again. I mean, the third quarter was a little bit quiet for us, but fourth quarter we absolutely smashed it. Got 2 touchdowns, and we're on that way back to can we actually win this game? But then Mahomes decides to just run and get those first downs, those crucial first downs, and then that's what obviously made them win the game. If
Carlton Davis was getting smoked, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean Tyreek Hill was a beast though, but he got double teamed. They double teamed Kelsey, and they double teamed Hill in the second quarter and third quarter, and they didn't do anything. That's what I mean. Like Mahomes has got those weapons, but if our safety with Winfield Jr. and Carlton Davis are getting Kelsey and Hill, they couldn't do anything. So yeah, learn from that. So if we do face him in the Super Bowl, I reckon we could take him.
And Tom Brady shook the quarterback's hand of the team.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, Mahomes deserves it. The Super Bowl champ, he has to, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he's actually
he's not
now, isn't he,
has he?
Mahomes? Did you see on the game as well? He's officially in the stat books now because he had to have 1,500 pass attempts. He's now officially rated the best quarterback due to passing. Because he had to have over 1,500 passes, and he's on like first, second on the stats that they had on there. He's officially ranked now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, well, you get to rest up now, don't you, then, and focus on
the
those.
9.5 seasons for us to play Mahomes.
Yeah.
Ace.
Yeah.
Enjoyable.
But you never know, like, he could just all of a sudden fall down, and you never know, he could just, I mean, didn't he damage his knee last year a little bit, and he still managed to play on anyway, but just break his legs, he'll be fine, he won't come back the same.
Again,
Look at Alex Smith.
Yeah, it's one of those other irritating things about him. As I watched his injury, was his knee came out of his socket, but apparently him and I think it's his sister or a sibling, are like double jointed, so they're used to it happening. So his knee just popped back in just as easy, and he only had to miss a game. I was watching it on that American game, and you're like, not only are you unreal, not only are you unreal at passing, rushing, everything going, extending plays, pocket pressure. Yeah, you now can't get injured. Like what?
Leave
what
it
more?
to Jonathan Abrams.
Yeah,
Although
true,
he has a little bit of a battle with Tyreek, doesn't he? So
yeah, the bring it towards the quarterback killers.
Yeah, that's fair. I think we play one division next year, don't we?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
someone will break his leg. probably just grow another leg.
Yeah, to be fair, absolutely. Regeneration. Or he's probably just as good on one leg.
He probably would come with one leg and be like, oh yeah, it's a fake leg, it's not even real. But this isn't even a real leg anyway, I'm fine, and come out and play.
Pandy metal leg.
He is.
But
he is unreal.
We might as well have a little bit of joy, and we can talk about the new NFC leaders, shall we say. So, I mean, you are officially in the playoffs at this moment in time.
Who would have thought that we'd have a week where only one won, and it would be me? Whoever would have thought it? I tell you who, I would have been the one. Yeah, good result. I mean, to be fair, if you'd have asked me before the game, would I have been happy with a 19-17 victory? I probably would have said, you'll take it because it's a win, but I was expecting us to blow out the Bengals. But the fact that DJ left halfway through the game, you just gotta live with that. The defense came up strong, and finished off, a solid sort of first half from the Giants and the offense. So it's 3 wins on the bounce, 4 weeks without a loss now. I don't know what is happening. I'm starting to get nosebleeds watching them, thinking something's going wrong with the world. We're in a parallel universe. I don't know what's happening, but he's looking good. Joe Judge has got something really good going there and working there, just week on week, just improvements after improvements. Evan Engram had a career game, went for over 150 receiving yards, still fucking dropped to catch. Not dropped to catch, caught the catch, and then decided to try and extend the play by just doing I'm about to go down, but I'm going to do like a frog splash sort of to extend the play a little bit more, and I'll drop the ball and turn it over. Just frustrating little things like that when he's clearly a massive playmaker, and having the game of his career to do that, it just gets on my tits. But other than that, played really well. We matched him up against them, the Bengals really, really well, and they just couldn't handle him. I suppose the worry now is more about DJ, but we'll keep an eye on that. I think our own line is just looking great. Working really, really well. It's the first game we've not allowed a sack this season. Can't let that distort from the fact that it was the Bengals we were playing, who are absolutely pony, but still not letting a sack's decent for a Giants O-line, and it takes us to top of the division. As Giants fans expected and have been saying all season, even me, when I've been slagging us off on air, I've been saying that we're close and we are the best team in the NFC least.
On Good Morning Football.
So we've got to finish it off, not only for my bet, but just for the fact that it'd be great to get into the playoffs. And a lot of people, I think Matt, you and I had the discussion about why would we want to do it when we know we're not going to get anywhere, and lose, potentially a top 10 pick and move to maybe a top 20 pick. I think it's tied in with what Joe Judge wants
to say, NFC East champions, isn't it? So get that little banner up there.
Yeah, and Joe Judge wants to breed a winning culture, and I think it's that season where it needs to be done. So it's difficult. I mean, I look at the Giants now, and we're probably as Giants fans, we're probably in a win-win situation. We either win the NFC East, so we get some playoff football for the first time since 2016, great, or we don't win the NFC East and get on and goes. So you take either, but I wouldn't. Oh God, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'd accept keeping Gettleman if it meant we got some playoff football. His draft class this year, it's starting to look all right. Andrew Thomas is coming on. I don't like paying him any sort of compliments at all, Gettleman, but free agency signings, Bradbury and Ryan Logan is just something else. Like, the guy is unreal and he's an absolute leader. Blake Martinez, just 3 solid free agents there. Graham Gano's a free agent, Mr. Automatic. Had COVID all week, finally got cleared, was training in a hotel room. I don't know if you've seen the video of him practicing kicks in a hotel room, and came again, and he's now 24 without a miss, 24 straight, second longest Giants sort of record for kicks. just beat Rosas's of 20. I think the lead was 28 or something they were showing. So it's positive for us. But yeah, let's just hope DJ's not too badly hurt and it's only a week or two. He has to be back for the Browns game. I think, if the Giants fans were looking at the schedule, we probably would have had Seahawks and Cardinals down as a loss and Browns being the team that we need to get that win against. I think whoever wins the NFC East takes it with 6 wins, and it's either going to be us or Washington. And you've got, ours, it's Browns and Cowboys are the 2 that you look at. Washington is Cincinnati and the Eagles, I think. So I think Washington are definitely getting 2 wins. I think they beat the Eagles and Cincinnati. So we have to get 6 wins to finish above them. So we'll see. But yeah, great result. What can I say? Moving on to a not so great result, Matt.
I fucking have to.
I mean, you could just say the score if you want.
I'd rather not. I do mind losing. I don't mind losing. I do mind losing, but I don't mind it if we put up a decent performance, i.e. the week before against the Chiefs. Best team in the NFL. We ran them all the way. Probably should have won the game. And then we play the Falcons, who have a losing record. Granted, they've got a better record since they fired their head coach. I think they are 4-2, since they fired their head coach, which is good. But
Bottom of NFC South.
43-6 is not just a defeat, it's a fucking embarrassment.
Yeah.
Everything that could have gone wrong in a game of football went wrong in a game of football. We came up against a very good pass rush. We came up against a very good run D because we got nothing on the ground. I think Jamie's died. We got nothing against them on the ground. However, DC did throw more yards than Matt Ryan. Yeah. We scored 6. Even scored a touchdown. A couple of the play calls from, I'm going to say, Gruden were questionable. It's 4th and 3 and you're in the red zone and you're 17 points behind. I think you were in the third quarter. Go for it. Don't take this.
Yeah. What have you got to lose?
And going for a field goal, it's poor. A couple of decisions massively from the referees went against us, which I'm not having. There was a call against Jacobs that he was pulled back for lowering his helmet, which I think is absolutely bullshit, really early in the game as well. Penalties cost us ridiculous amount of penalties. Lamarcus Joyner gave away a few. We missed Cleveland Farrell, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He was out again, and his run game is strong. But up until around about half an hour ago, I was done with NFL. I was done with the podcast. I was done with everything to do with America.
We're going to move to an XFL podcast. Get ready for 2022.
I was ready to rekindle my love for baseball that I had in my team.
Yeah.
But the reason for having these 3 particulars is I do feel like Abraham picked off Matt Ryan. Great, he got a pick, buzzing for him. That was quite early in the game as well, I think. But I do feel like these 2 are the absolute future of our offense and defense. And I'm still with DC4. His wife was in early stages of labour on Sunday, so I can kind of forgive him having an off game. You've got your mind elsewhere, haven't you? If you are having a baby, but you're getting paid $25 million to do a job. Do you know what I mean? And you'll never hear me slate Derek Carr because I'm a Carr fanboy. But just very, very disappointing, and that's an understatement. I was fucking furious yesterday. It ruined my Monday.
We had some therapy Monday, didn't we?
Ruined my Monday.
Yeah. But it is what it is. You move on. I'm in that Raiders group chat, and a couple of them lads are pretty positive and say you put the game behind you, you move on. It's the next game, you don't dwell on it.
You go off like when we got annihilated by the Saints. You just want to come back and have that really big win. I don't know if you heard any of that then. Did you hear that? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Didn't
Didn't get a word of that.
Oh, yeah, he's back. Here
Ain't
we
got a
go.
clue what was going on there. But I was basically saying, like, when we got annihilated by the Saints, and it's just one of those, like, you need those games to just kick you up the backside. And we came back and scored over 40 points and beat the Panthers. So,
yeah. I mean, I'll touch on our game this week in the next bit.
Penalties have been a big thing for Raiders this season. Is it always the case, or?
Yeah. It's almost one of the conspiracy theories that a
the
lot of
refs don't
fans
like
have
the Raiders.
Yeah, and there is. I'm biased, obviously. There is an element of truth to that, I think, because decisions do not go our way. Historically, have not gone the Raiders' way. Obvious decisions as well, but it is what it is.
There's a little conspiracy going around about the Giants game against the Bengals because this is the first time in, I think it was about 3 years or something where we've opened as favourites as heavy as we are. So I think the spread was Giants plus 6.5. And we were coasting away and it was, 19-10. And they threw a deep ball into the end zone. And Darnay Holmes made an unbelievable pass breakup from in front of the defender. No contact made. The only time contact was made, it was when he was finally looking at the ball and his hand was already in it. And it was the worst PI call you've ever seen because of how sort of obvious it was that it was all in front of him and he'd not come around the back of him or anything like that. And now everyone's saying like, oh, it's clear that the bookies didn't want to get as levered as they were for it. And just little things. But, I mean, touching on penalties, I mean, I nearly had a heart attack in our game. I've slagged this guy off plenty of times on it. I can't stand Cam Fleming. And he's playing at right tackle for us at the moment. And we had a real problem because Matt Pert was on the COVID. So we weren't even rotating him at right tackle. Cam played a lot of snaps. And obviously DJ went out of the game. They scored that touchdown to pull it back within 2. And you sat there thinking, okay, right, use the running game. We've got Colt McCoy in who's not, he's nothing basically. Every credit to him stepping up, but he looked terrified. Let's run the clock out a bit. They used all their timeouts, got to a 2-minute warning, and we needed, I think it was 3 yards to get the first down and pretty much kill the game off, or worst case, give them about 20 seconds on the clock or something with the ball punted, probably back in their sort of 20, 25 area. Wayne Goldman makes a run, I think it's Dion Lewis, gets the first down, brilliant, happy days. Oh, lo and behold, pull back, Cam Fleming, you beauty. Thank you very much, mate, you prick. So gets done for holding, brought back. We don't get the first down, punt the ball, and our special teams were not good. We give away a 103-yard kick return straight after our touchdown, and then we punted the ball to their 18, and he got brought down on the 50, and all they needed was a field goal. And it was like, here we go, here's the Giants I know. They've got a minute and a half on the clock, and they only need a field goal, and they're on their 50. And I sat there and I put it in the group. I was like, oh, here we go. Cam Fleming's cost us this game. Thank God that our interior defensive linesmen have been really good and that the Bengals had that backup quarterback because Burrows would have scrambled like hell and not lost it there. But we got through, stripped the ball, and who was it? He was Leonard Williams, smothered it. And thank God recovered the ball, so we sealed the win out. But it's just crazy how much penalties can just change a game, just one penalty like that. So I dread, thank God I'm not like, I think we speak, and it's like 100 yards every game minimum for Raiders.
Yeah, 141 it was this week. Yeah. Which, considering most plays start at the 25, that's effectively 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
14 points.
It's a 2-score game, isn't it?
Yeah. Bullshit.
Any fixtures you want to talk about? Any
I'll
results?
leave it to you guys. I feel like I'm going into my own self-pity again now.
The cocoon.
Yeah.
I just quickly wanted to talk about, obviously, the Bronco.
Did anyone catch any of the highlights?
Well, he had one throw, didn't he? He had 9 throws, 1 completion for about 13 yards or something.
For an undrafted wide receiver.
Yeah.
Who never played in the NFL before.
It's so bad.
I think Philip Lindsay took more direct snaps, but
imagine having to watch that.
Every credit to the lad for
We're on about signing Pat Shermer's son,
I was reading as well they've inquired about Cap, haven't they?
Yeah.
But I don't think it can happen. But I can't remember why, but I'm sure that can't happen.
If there was ever a time, now would be the time to get him, wouldn't it? You know, we spoke about it with JP, didn't we? And
Yeah.
surely you would. But yeah, I thought that was a horrible
Oh,
one.
my lad.
Horrible.
Then I realised he was a Bronco, and I thought, "Now, fuck you."
Yeah. They are they likely to have someone back this week, or do they have to go for 2 weeks?
Not sure.
Yeah.
I think they'll be okay.
I tend to, when the Raiders lose, I tend to go into my own little world where I just cut off the NFL. I've not watched many highlights. I've not looked at many results. I didn't even watch the Chiefs Bucks, which I expected to be a belter of a game, a bit of a shootout, really.
It was. Besides first quarter.
It was a good game. Yeah.
I can't bring myself to. I remember texting the group saying I put a film on. I thought I was raging.
I'm watching American Pie the wedding.
American Pie, that was it. Yeah. Yeah.
And then last night, instead of watching, I normally watch some highlights on a Monday night, and I ended up watching The Mask.
Wee, somebody stop me.
Smokey.
It's weird, the whole COVID thing, because like I know some players have missed 2 weeks due to it, but we could have, if we wanted to sign a free agent quarterback, we had to sign him today, and he would have cleared for Sunday as long as obviously he tested negative. So it's only like
it's 14 days if they test positive, 7 if you've been in the vicinity, I believe.
Right,
three consecutive negative testing, I assume.
Right, must be something like that. I was praying that they'd announce Eli, you know. Do you know what I mean? Just for like one or two. Like, it could have easily happened.
Eli, it should have been Peyton.
Yeah,
thinking about retirement for it.
Yeah, but they both won the same amount of Super Bowls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't Eli's against TB as well?
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
But Peyton holds the records.
Yeah, Peyton absolutely nails him out of the water.
Wilson's just overtook him on one, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, yeah. Boring sod.
Other game, though, Patriots won.
Yeah.
Last minute field goal to win the game.
I had them all pickings.
Vikings beating the Panthers
against the Cardinals, though.
The Vikings, sorry to sidetrack, the Vikings are just the most up and down team this season.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I had the Panthers beating them.
Yeah, I did as well. The one player I did want to sort of bring up was a Panthers player. He's a rookie, Jeremy Chin. Yeah, we watched on Good Morning Football this morning.
Yeah, the 2 turnovers.
2 turnovers, 10 seconds apart for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
for a defensive player. And I think they were talking about other defensive players who've been in the league for 8, 9, 10 years who don't have 2 touchdowns.
In total.
And he's done it within 10 seconds of each other in his first season.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he was first round draft pick, Jeremy Chin, as well. I remember your name. But
one thing I do tend to struggle with, though, is he gets all the credit for it, yet all he did was scoop the balls up on both times. He didn't force the turnover, did he? It was like
the second one he yanked out of his hands, didn't he, out of Dalvin's cup?
Sorry, you're right, he did, and then it bounced up in it,
and
injured Dalvin Cook in the process.
Yeah, I guess it's just awareness of the ball and getting it.
I like it when you see a scoop.
It's one thing I don't understand. Why don't people try it more? Just run with your fist and just try and punch the ball out when they're running.
A lot do, don't they? I think Aaron Donald got a forced fumble at the weekend.
If somebody's running into the end zone, just run with your fist and just Superman it.
Yeah. Ryan Logan got one at the weekend. He again, it was like the pass came in and he caught it, and Logan got his hand in and just literally pulled out, and you see him finish the pull, like pulls the arm away, the ball just comes clear, and I think Peppers might have been the one that recovered it, or one of us recovered it anyway. He's playing the game, playing an absolute season of his life.
When you got him, I think I said to you.
Because it was part of the OBJ trade, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But he had a difficult sort of first 2 or 3 weeks. And then it culminated in that Eagles game where he blew the coverage for Boston Scott's touchdown. But then since then, it's just skyrocketed. And I keep saying it, and I probably sound so boring, but Peppers, Logan Ryan, and James Bradbury are just unbelievable. We're now officially ranked top 10 defense, and you've got to put a lot of it on them. And Leonard Williams he's 6 sacks for the season now. I think it's only Donald and potentially one other
Donald got a sack as well, didn't he, this weekend?
Yeah.
Just again,
Just
the quarterback there.
boom, see you later.
Just flipped him. I know, you're not his biggest fan per se, but when he does stuff like that, I just love the way he treats a grown adult man
like a baby.
Yeah.
I mean, he's great. I just hate that. I don't like players that are overhyped. And it's not that he's shit. I just think it's like they concentrate on him when there's other people that are probably as good as him.
Don't know. I think he's good.
I think he's great. I just hate his square head as well.
He has got a
reminds me of a Simpson. You know, like the Simpsons president. My job is to lead, not read. Just the same head.
Who the Bucks got? Are they on bye week this week? You say
bye week, then the Vikings.
And Giants have got Seahawks.
The shit, aren't they? Bye weeks.
Yeah, it's taken this long.
I wish we'd have just fucking had a bye week.
Yeah. I hate bye weeks. We've got Seahawks.
It just means that I can just have Red Zone on and just play FIFA and have Red Zone on rather than watching the Bucks game with Red Zone on as well. I can just chill. I don't have to worry about losing to the Chiefs.
Yeah, we should be on a bit of a rotation next week then, so it should be a 1 win week again. Because you've got the Jets, and as much I'll say it, so you can't class it as a jinx. It's a guaranteed win for the Raiders.
I'm going to say it.
Oh, he's
Kevin Keegan. I would love it if they beat.
It was it last year they did, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, they weren't as bad.
No, they beat us last year.
But it was this weekend just gone, last year, when we got blown out by the Jets. And it was the same weekend or the weekend before, the previous year, when we got blown out by the 49ers. Something about that week. And from that point on last year, we just fell apart. I guess in some respects, the Jets are poor. So we are lucky that we're playing them this week.
If there was a team to pick after being destroyed, it would be them, wouldn't it?
2020 Jets. But I am Mr. Pessimist anyway. And I can just see the Jets picking up the first win. And I will fuck NFL up 2021.
Record it now.
My name will just be there on the screen.
Record it now. Yeah,
I'll be done with NFL.
I can't see us picking anything up against the Seahawks. If we do again, I'll masterfully put it on the coaching staff, because they will have had to come up with some unbelievable game plan to get Colt McCoy to win us a game. Because it doesn't look like we're signing anyone to replace him. There's rumours of Alex Tanney being brought in again. You know, we've had him for years now as a reserve. Finally let him go this season, and it looks like he might end up being put back on the books. But yeah, I mean, even though they are the worst defense, I think if DJ was on the field, then we'd have a competitive game. Still think we'd lose. So you'd probably look at it, like I think we were talking before, Matt, I'd probably look at it if I was a coaching staff and go, look, we had this down as an L on our chart. Let's rest DJ up, give him that extra week. Let's not try and strain him. Because you could take him out there and it just completely blows him out for the season, then you're done. And then, you know, you're finishing third, you're finishing just above the Cowboys.
It's a likely defeat with two full-strength teams, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not digging out the Giants.
No. Seahawks are playing really well.
So the conservative side of me would say you rest Jones.
Yeah. My only concern is... Yeah, and I would do that. I was chatting to Josh Davis earlier just about the colour red. And
I like red.
I was saying to him, like... my concern is Joe Judge doesn't strike me as that guy, which is a great thing to have, isn't it? It's a great having a coach that goes, no, I want to win every game. Like, I'm not doing this. Yeah, we'll just take an L. Like, that isn't going to happen. And I think even if DJ doesn't make it, yeah, very true. But he is a fraud. But yeah, I think even if DJ doesn't make it, something will make us competitive or more competitive than what would be anticipated, because it's just the way the Giants have been this season, and you've got to put it down to what he's instilled. Just unbelievable. Like, did you see much of the Barkley interview on Good Morning Britain this morning?
No. No, I caught about half an hour on my lunch today.
Yeah, he was just saying like they had him on for about 5 minutes, just asking about how he was and how things have gone, and he was just saying like to have installed the leadership that Joe Judge has installed over Zoom meetings is something else, because obviously that's how they started. He was introduced to everyone on a bloody Zoom meeting, and the first sort of couple of months was all about Zoom, and you can see it, can't you? Yeah, who the hell uses Zoom?
Uses Zoom.
And it's just great, you see report after report throughout the season just trying to slag off his coaching techniques because he's this old school, take no shit, you drop a catch, you're running laps, you make an error, you get a penalty, you're running laps, saying that no one will buy into it. And I mean, look at how Golden Tate's reacted. He was probably our most targeted guy yesterday, after being dropped for a week and then only playing 40% of snaps the week after, just for looking in a camera saying, throw me the ball. That's frustration. That's not being a dick. And you could clearly expect someone to actually spit their dummy out about that, but not Golden Tate. Big veteran, and has actually gone, right, okay, yeah, fair enough. I was wrong.
I like Golden Tate as well. I'm just saying that I was a fan of his when you got him.
He's been disappointing, but it's difficult. It's difficult. We haven't got the best offense. We haven't. And the reason we're winning games is because we've probably got an average offense now and an unbelievable defense for what the Giants are used to. So we're grinding out some results. But I still, like I say, I stick. I think we've only got 2 wins left in us. I still think that takes the division, but we have to get them 2 wins.
So before we do invite our first guest in, let's do our players of the week. Do you have one?
Matt definitely doesn't.
It doesn't have to be from his own team. It could be against him if he likes.
I can't, and I'm sorry, James. I'm not doing this to wind you up. You can't look past Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek will win Play of the Week, but I'm not going to pick him.
Don't win it for me.
Did you just say fucking can? Yeah, unbelievable. 200 odd yards in the first quarter. Was it 260 overall, 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty poor when you think he was already on 220 in the first quarter and couldn't even...
Exactly. He was shit for 3 quarters. Correct, Jamie.
So correct. Poor, that.
So, I mean, if you want to talk over the whole game, there's only one man that actually did it for the boys, and that is Aaron Rodgers. 4 touchdowns, perfect game against the Bears. Sorry, Claire, but
for me, Matt's mentioned
Aaron Rodgers.
Matt's mentioned he's Derrick Henry.
3
touchdowns, 178 yards. Guy's an absolute monster, but he's only good because they give him the ball a lot. We'll have a guest on hopefully next week who can answer that statement.
I'll give him his credit. In the group, he did start to actually go, maybe I was wrong about Henry.
Yeah. I think it was Henry and Dalvin Cook were miles ahead of him.
Yeah.
And obviously Cook's injured now. But, that's, I mean, to go close to 200 yards of a running back when you're getting beat up all game is phenomenal. To bang in 3 touchdowns as well is pretty good. Against the Colts, who
solid defense.
I think they were they
ranked
number one? Yeah. So he's just blasted his way through there. He rushed nearly as many yards as Tannehill threw. Tannehill threw 221, Henry rushed 178.
I think, I said to Davis, I think Henry's carrying the Titans at the moment.
And they've got, is it A.J.
He's
Brown?
always carrying.
Yeah.
He's decent.
Yeah,
the rest of the team.
Because Tannehill has dropped off now.
He's just average. I've been saying it for a while. And
he started off well. He started off better than average, and you were saying it when you were like, he's shocking me here, because he is an average player. But he has sort of dropped off a bit, and I don't think that's that they're giving Henry the ball more, because 170 odd of his yards. I think there was one 50-odd yard run. Every game he does it, he always has one big run.
Yeah.
To add to that chunk. But to me, I think if they didn't have him, I think they'd be losing more games. I think they'd be on maybe a 0.500 season.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree. He's elite. Really,
yeah,
elite.
he's silly. I think he's probably the best, isn't he?
Right now, yeah.
Rojo's slowly moving up there, but yeah.
Rojo is doing all right, to be fair. I will
Rojo.
give him that. He's looked better this season.
We'll touch on it in episode 2.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, Rojo had a really good game. His touchdown was great.
Yeah, the little hurdle, the 30-odd. Yeah, that was nice.
And to stay in play as well, right on the edge. Like, I love Rojo. So I didn't have my bet on either. Could have won some money there, Rojo.
I was fucking livid, by the way, about a bet because I had Wayne Goldman to score any time and the Giants to win by 6-11, and they called that PI on Darnay Holmes, and it gave him a touchdown. Basically, put him on the 1 yard line. You're going to get a touchdown then, aren't you?
He agreed and he'd go for 3.
I was about to say, unless you're the Raiders and you throw a 50-odd yard catch to Henry Ruggs and still don't get the TD on the 3 or what have you. But so I was a bit pissed off at that because that was 110 bones. But as it stands, if we could stop the count now, I'd be a bag of sand up with my Giants bets because I took them at 22-1 to win the NFC East. They are now 2-1. Check this morning, 2-1. And my standings bet where I had Giants, Washington. Yeah, we're favourite at the moment. No, we're favourite at the moment. Then you got Washington are close. Washington 5-2. They're basically the same. And then my 150-1 bet where it was Giants first, Washington second, Eagles third, and Cowgirls fourth was 150-1. Is now 9-1. And Sky Bet aren't offering me a cash out, you bastards, because I'll be taking it. Any games to look out for? Just wrap up. Any games to look out for next week?
I will.
Yeah, bye week. Can't wait. Love it.
You get to watch it all. 7 hours of advert-free football.
I do watch it anyway because I've got the 2 tellies in the living room anyway. I usually have Red Zone on and then the Bucks game, or usually because we've got Brady, we're always prime time now, so it's fine. We're prime time now, so we're either late on. So I usually watch all the games anyway.
A couple of games that I've just had a quick scan there. 49ers, Bills could be interesting. 49ers played really well last week.
They did.
And the Bills are blow hot or they do cold, so that could be interesting. Rams, Cardinals as well.
Yeah, I was going to say that's definitely going to be the Sky game. It's 9:05. It's not going to be.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'd be more interested in the Bears Lions. I'm pretty sure it's divisional. And Lions have just fired their.
It's a 9:25 game that goes on Sky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chargers, Patriots.
So you've got the choice between Packers and Eagles or Chargers and Patriots.
Probably it could be A-Rod that,
I'm gonna.
They need to move that Cardinals game and swap that because that needs to be on telly. That game, Cardinals Rams.
I'm gonna say game of next week. Vikings versus Jags. That'd be a high-scoring game. Jags are scoring constantly, and it makes some exciting plays for them being the second worst team in the division. It's in the league.
Oh, Titans Browns is going to be the Sky 6 o'clock game. I'm calling it now. I mean, they are usually announcing it round about this time anyway.
That could be a shout, Titans Browns.
Yeah,
both very good records.
Yeah.
We need Browns to start slipping off now, just so we can get comfortably in that playoff perch.
Yeah, I think the Browns will lose that.
I think that does us nicely for this part of episode 10. Usual social sort of stuff. The one we're really plugged in at the minute is YouTube. Getting the subscribers up. So thanks to all those who have subscribed recently. I am going to start pecking people. But it literally takes 10 seconds to press a button. It costs you nothing. It costs you no money. And we are massively appreciative of everybody who follows, subscribes, likes, all that sort of stuff. I don't know the TikTok or the
TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm third short pod.
Am I showing my age there? But all the others we haven't got a Snapchat, have we? Maybe we can get one.
No, we haven't.
Could you imagine Tom on Snapchat?
Yeah, I've got him on Snapchat. I didn't know you could do that with one of them. Facebook, Third and Short Podcast, YouTube at is it Third Short UK Podcast, something like that. All the usual stuff. If you're listening, you found us one way or another, so hit all those likes and subscribes. And with the magic of television technology or whatever this thing is, we're gonna pause the. Should we just make an illusion where?
Yeah.
And here we have our special guest.
Hello. So yeah, we've just quickly magically switched over, and now you can see we've got a new guest with us. Claire's joined us once again. Obviously, you all know Claire from when we had her on about her NFL experience.
Hi,
And we
lads.
mentioned the giveaways that Claire absolutely grasps for. So without further ado, I'll hand over to Claire just to give you a bit of an update, some news.
So I'm really sorry that I'm not a sexy cheerleader that you had on the following. I do apologise. But welcome, guys. Welcome to Giveaway HQ. This is my flat. During the week, it's known as the Gin Palace. But the weekend, welcome to Giveaway HQ. So as you guys know from a previous podcast, I do a lot of NFL stuff. I've been on Channel 5 recently. MDG gave me a shout out during this week's highlights where he told me to shut my eyes while the Packers highlights were on. Like, thank you very much, MDG, for that.
Saw you on the Thanksgiving Sky as well. You were on there. Thanksgiving Sky. You had the tweet shout out. Yeah.
They keep, Claire, can we have some tweets? Or, they keep asking me to do stuff. So it's very, very cool. I mean, I make no money doing it. They keep hitting me up for stuff and can we use your content? And you're like, it's about time you did something, lads. But anyway, so it is the 1st of December as we are recording this. This may go out later, but this week's giveaway at Giveaway HQ, we have done a mega box and I've teamed up with Victory Sports. You will have to follow me at Clairedabear85. And you will have to follow Victory Sports. The link on my feed this week till Friday the 4th is the giveaway. If you retweet that and follow those, you'll be in. We have got a mega box, and I'm not throwing the word mega box around lightly. By Christmas, I will have done 250 giveaways. Wow. Out of the value of this box, there are only 2 giveaways I can outrightly remember being worth more value than this box. One was an authentic signed full-size Eric Dickerson Hall of Fame inscribed helmet. Wow. The other one was a Jags entire team signed helmet. Wow. With JSA and everything. I think there might be a third one, but I cannot remember off the top of my head. There has not been a 4th giveaway, signed or unsigned in value, that is worth this box. Like, this thing is massive. It's bigger than my torso. And we have to make it only available in the UK due to the weight of it. I have 7 grams of weight allowance, which means when I send this, I will have to unwrap it and wrap it again because we can't overwrap over the Christmas paper because of the weight of it. And if you're thinking that, it's a big red box, maybe it's the Cardinals, I deliberately asked a random woman in Tesco's to pick out the wrapping paper so that there was no subconscious link. So don't be thinking chance in your arm, but I will tell you there are 2 things in there that I have put in. There are some other bits, and you do have to be over 18 to enter this giveaway. There is a full-sized helmet, which retail at over £130 now. Amazing. 1 item. There is a retro jersey in there. There are some scratch cards in there. If you hit big, you do have to top up the box of swag, by the way, people, and spend it at Victory Sports. But yes, so that's there. We've had to stuff the cavity like a turkey to get everything into this box. I am not joking. So there is that. So you will get 1 entry just by doing the normal stuff that you do on Twitter, which you do all the time, guys. Thank you very much. I would love to hit 13,000 followers this week. We are 50 followers away from that. Please make that happen. I'd be over the moon with that. So that is that. But if you go to Victory Sports this week and do a purchase online, if you spend over 50 quid, it is free shipping at the moment. And we all know it's very easy to spend 50 quid on NFL bits and pieces. But if you do that, I've got an empty box at the store that if you want to add an item, you can do all your bits and pieces. You're like, we'll send Claire a keyring. If you write in the note, please send item X into Claire's box, you won't be charged postage for it coming to me. So if you want to do that, please do that. But also in the item descriptions, which you guys are probably going to be more interested in, if you write the word swag in capital letters, SWA, which is what I refer to my items as, I'm getting sent a list of numbers, which are 4-digit numbers every day. And those 4-digit numbers go into the bucket drawer 5 times. So you can have 6 entries into this week's giveaway. It is definitely worth doing. And irregardless of how much money you spend, it doesn't matter. You can just be entered through typing the word swag in. I will not be told what team you are, what you have spent, if you are donated. I get 0 information. All I'm getting is a list of 4-digit numbers come through every night that I have to scroll out and write by hand, and then you will all go in the bucket. So this week, at the end of the week, when I announce my winner, if you don't get an @ symbol and it's a number, the number is a shopper has won, and then we'll have to get back in contact with them. Due to the weight of this, as I said, this is only available in the UK, and we do ask winners to cover postage. Postage will just be over £12, but everything in there is worth.
Pretty sure it's worth it. Yeah.
So it's worth doing. You know, I run this off by donation and whatnot, but please make sure you are following at Clairedabear85, and I do cover every NFL team. And I do signed bits for everyone's team, and then we'll move on to this week. So next week it's your guys' turns, lads, and it will be a follow me and follow the podcast. You don't know, they might say a mystery word during next week's podcast or something. You don't know. Just be vigilant, people. So for you guys, this is not signed, by the way. We are going to do something signed. I have got an empty bag. I know, like, why are you showing us an empty bag, Claire? So I've got an empty bag, and it's all about you guys. So what I've done, I've earmarked, I've got to get them out after we've done this video, but I've earmarked 12 items to lay on the table. I'm going to roll a red dice and a blue dice, and then I'm going to flip a coin. So I have got something Bucks, I have got some Raiders, there is something Giants going on the table out of these 12 items. There is something with the surname Crawford going on the table. There is something with the player's name Matthew going on the table. There's a Tom going on the table. Okay. And then to make up the other 6, there are players that have been heavily featured in other podcasts.
Brilliant.
Okay, we're going to roll a dice flip. The thing will go in the bag. I will seal up the bag. No team is twice out of. I've made sure that hasn't happened. And whatever goes in the bag will come with a JSA, a COA. It will be not an item where I have been up into London and met players like Jack Crawford or, you know, whoever. It's got it, so if it's not for your team, you can trade it on. It retains value for you because it is only fair. You never know what you're going to hit in a mystery bag, but it will retain its value. So we are doing that. That will be a follow me, follow you guys, and a great place if you are going to get stuff. If you are looking to have a bit of a den, I mean, not everyone can have a den in the style that I have. This is what happens when you have no men or family or pets in your life or children eating your money. You could live in an NFL palace and you don't have to worry about mucky fingers sort of thing. But I'm quite heavily involved with the guys over at SIGs. I have had a couple of wins for the box of swag. I've had a Abrams for the Raiders over there and a Lewis for the Giants, but I bought this one. This is out of my personal collection. This is a chrome Brogan Smith.
Nice. For
the Bears. And they do really nice stuff over it, like the chrome, the clips. I've got the clips. This is out of my Christmas bag. I don't technically own this yet, so that's why it's not out yet. So I've got a Kermit Eclipse, and clips are quite hard to get here in the UK. So if you are looking, they do draws. How they do their draws is you buy a sort of currency through them called quids, and because you have done that, you are protected up to the eyeballs. It's not this whole PayPal friends and family things. SIGs do everything 100% by the board. Recorded postage, live feeds that you watch, everything's legit. So please go and give them a follow and join the Facebook page. They're on Twitter. I've done stuff with them as well. There might be something from SIGs in there, and obviously it comes with its this label, but they are a reputable company. They're fans helping other fans out, which I'm a big believer of. It's all above board, and it is the cheapest way to get, like, I'm in next week for I've got a couple of slots in a jersey draw that were I've paid £4 and I'm like, I might get something out of that.
Yeah.
Where other places they're 10, 20 quid a slot, pre-recorded videos. I've seen some awful stuff out there. You know, you're like, how come your best mate keeps winning like every so often, mate? You know, it's a bit. But we won't discuss that. So yes, so go give them a follow. Wayne and Gemma are amazing. Just chance your arm. I do trades like on Monday. The poor bloke who it wasn't. It was on Sunday. The poor bloke, Dolphins fan, hits 2 of the 3 competitions, Jets. And he doubles down for the Jets both. So he picked the Dolphins as his team, and then they random allocate another team, and you can trade a lot of like, okay, goes on, and he hits the Jets twice. It's like, you poor bugger. Not only did you hit something you didn't want, it was your divisional rival as well, and the divisional rival that has won 0 games this season.
Stinking.
So I did. He was like, well, Claire, do you mind if we do a trade? And I'm like, all right then. Don't break my arm. Don't let me send you 2 mini helmets that I got signed in person for a full-size Gotham Grey. All right then. And he's paid for his postage as well to him. So thank you to Kevin for that. But yeah, it's a great community, lots of banter. We do, the thing is, you know, is it not, you know, 9 p.m. yet, asking for a friend sort of thing, you know, the football on your phone anthem comes on and we all rock it, you know. Great stuff goes on. If Wayne screws up, we tell him to get into the box of shame. They open it up with Stakey. It's all a good laugh. Everything is seen and open on screen. There's none of this I've seen in some card breaks, predominantly in America, but it's safe, cheap. I do love cheap. Open to fans of every team, and everyone is welcome. It's a really great community. But if you are looking to join the community, you're a bit new, you're listening to the podcast, you know, give me a follow at Clairedabear85, all nice and easy on Twitter. I'm happy to help people to what a fake jersey looks like and point you towards, you know, let me be your guide through the NFL community. I can point you in the direction of where to get jerseys, where to get bits and pieces, signed stuff. I'm more than happy to talk NFL with any people at any time. I mean, Packers fans need to be nicer, but other than that, it's all good in the hood. So thanks, guys, for letting me come on. Don't forget to enter this week's, you know, Victory Sports giveaway, because then you'll be ready for next week and you won't miss it when it comes up on your feed. So do it now, next week, and go and get some swag. It's Christmas and no one's allowed to tell you off if you buy socks. You've got, the missus can't say, oh no, you've bought NFL. Yeah, but it was socks, love. I bought socks. No woman's telling you off if you buy new socks. And then just, you know, tap in the note swag and I'll get these numbers sent to me, and someone's going to win 200 quid's worth of stuff here in the UK. Love it. So that's that. I wish you all good luck with your respective teams. How you can be the top of your Tom and hide your head and get off the screen, you know. It's not like Matt, who had to battle the Chiefs last week.
Born winners.
You know,
Born winners. Out. What can we say? But no, thank you, Claire, once again. Yeah.
Someone sent me a Lucky Care Bears t-shirt, and since then we've gone downhill. So I think, Tom, I might send you this Care Bears t-shirt that's got Lucky Bear on it.
No, you're all right. You can keep that one, definitely. We're riding away. But yeah, like as Claire said, guys, you know, let's get her to 13,000. Takes 2 seconds of your time. And it's a well-worthy follow. Some of the things you can win in there is absolutely ridiculous. Never mind that victory box. You know, there's so much more that she does. And ours, again, will be brilliant as well. So thanks very much, Claire, as always. And I'm sure we'll have you on again soon.
I look forward to filling up the box. And by the time you guys have wrapped up here, I will have done it. So I might put up on my Twitter to get you guys to vote for heads or tails, depending on which way the
Brilliant.
coin falls. So if you see that, I'm only going to run that for a few hours though. So wrap up and finish, and I'll run that for 48 hours
Perfect.
for you guys. But I will, when I put the tweet up, I will let you know if it is a mini helmet, a jersey, a ball, and there is something else. But there's definitely going to be value in this. And
Awesome.
if you do win this is still open to international winners, because that's what we do. But we do ask you to cover your postage, because I do this myself for the community. Nike do not sponsor me. New Era do not sponsor me. Victory Sports do not. No one sponsors me. I'm not affiliated with anyone. I don't make any money doing this. In fact, it costs me money to do this. So we do ask winners to cover their postage. That being said, God bless you all. Down with Tom Brady, and
Yes.
let's have another Super Bowl without Tom Brady.
Brilliant.
Wow.
I'm not getting. Mr. Crawford's like, no swag now. We talked about it in the video. No donations now.
I'm the producer. I'll pull the plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, how much Packers stuff can we get in this box?
No, brilliant.
So,
Thank you very much. That was a lovely way to end. Absolutely.
It was.
Tom Brady.
The best way.
And like I say, we will definitely have you on again soon. Thank you very much.
Cool.